Bad PowerPoint. Bad, bad. Do your PowerPoint presentations suck? Yes, they do. Admit it. Maybe we can fix it. Just a little. The time is 1987. Prozac has just been released. Ronald Reagan has admitted to Iran-Contra. We're all walking like Egyptians. Bob Gaskins has created something called PowerPoint. It's time to begin the 12-step process. We need to admit that we are powerless. We are powerless in our addiction to PowerPoint. So what do? We need to believe that a greater power could restore us. We need to look at the fact that we are using PowerPoint to make ugly, ugly, bad PowerPoint presentations. We need to make a decision to turn over our lives. We need to look at power presentations like this that are ugly, ugly, ugly. We need to get away from these ugly colors, blue on purple. We need to get away from red on green, even if it is Christmas. We need to make a searching and fearless inventory of what we have done, and it is ugly and it is awful. We need to find a way to admit to our audiences the nature of our wrongs. Have you ever looked out at your audience and seen this? People snoozing and dozing and yawning and snoring. It isn't pretty. We have to become ready to remove all of these defects. We have to look at things like this, teeny tiny little type with data that no one can read, no one cares about, and no one is even looking at. We have to humbly ask for our shortcomings to be removed. We have to look at slides like this, with enough information to be on 20 slides, all jammed into one. Different colors, clip art, all sorts of ugly things. It's time to make a list of those that we've harmed. We've harmed customers. We've harmed clients. We've harmed business associates. We've harmed managers and peers. We've harmed all sorts of people, and we need to make amends directly to them. We've made little arrows that go both directions. We've made dotted lines, little triangles. We've made ugly connections and tiny little boxes. It's time for us to take inventory. We need to admit that we were wrong. We need to admit we don't even know how our own product lines organize. We need to admit we can't even share it with other people. It's time to continue our prayer for the power to improve. No matter how far we have fallen, no matter how awful we are using this product, no matter how terrible it looks, we will be able to carry this message to others. We will be able to admit that with a color palette of millions of colors, we only use black and white. We will be able to admit that we make slides that do not tell anyone anything. We'll be able to use a resource like Beyond Bullet Points that tells us there is more we can do in PowerPoint than simple lists of type. We'll be able to use a resource like Presentation Zen that shows us how to go from a jam-packed slide to one slightly less jam-packed, to one with hardly any type, to one that really communicates. We'll be able to use a resource like Robin Williams' The Non-Designer's Design Book, written by an Apple designer that's going to be re-released once again, that shows us how simple we can make good design. So what's our takeaway? Do you see the connection from our first slide? Our takeaway should be that less is more, that we can make good PowerPoint, that PowerPoint is not inherently bad, it's only when we use it bad. I'd like to see your examples. I'll put them in my blog, Tech Herding, and I will show you bad PowerPoint, bad, in the hopes that we can make your PowerPoint just a little bit better, just a tiny bit better. And yes, that puppy is peeing, and that's what he's doing. Thank you.